Chamberlain today. My cat. Oh, she left. She's been really lovey-dovey. She laid.
Hi guys. Welcome back. So we'll figure. Oh. You guys cannot see it. My dog is laying like across every single cord that we have plugged up right now. Today, on the Alright, so today's agenda, we're gonna be reading red flags and all things relationships, to look up one word and dissect its cultural connotations, like what it means across all cultures, what they think about it, how they apply it to their lives. So we're going to take words that relate to the relationship red flags and create like a fun little web of existence.
Yeah.
The word that I chose today is love, because I feel it can relate to a very broad spectrum of concepts, and it fits into today's co-topic. The perspective of love that I have grasped through my very short years on Earth is very broad. And from my research on the internet, because I am an American, believe it or not, I have come to learn that love is perceived and expressed in different ways across all cultures. So for example, in like Asian cultures, they are very reserved and quiet. I have no idea. I'm speaking from research terms. I'm not trying to be stereotypical. Research says Asians show love in some Asian countries, I don't want to be generalistic, through acts of service and through making food, through small quiet steps. They're not as outspoken with their love. Does not discredit their love at all. That is just how they express it. And it's really important that we as Americans, with our individualistic, almost movie-like sense of love, that we take time to look at others and their ways of expressing love and see it as valid and just as like passionate.
There's not a way to not love, if that makes sense. Like, all ways of loving are valid as long as it's not harming someone. Every single way is valid, and I think it's awesome that every single country has different ways of showing that love, because you can see how fluid it is, and you can see how just awesome love is.
And how unique it is.
Yeah.
Like, love has no labels, quite literally. Everyone has their own path, their own way of showing love. And you might be subject to one way of showing it from just because of where you are, you know, and that is not any less valid than someone else. Like in Latin America cultures, we've seen through music and through art and through writing that they are very bold and passionate and outspoken and fiery about their love, and they're very like performative, very like from the heart, which I like a lot. Not that I don't like acts of service, but I love the bold dramatic, and I think that's just because I'm an American. That's my way of showing love. That's my way of idealizing it. And like if we look in like France or Europe, it's very romantic. It's very like literature. It's very like poem and France. You think of like Paris. You think of like the epitome of like romantic love, of getting a poem, of sitting and drinking coffee with someone
very
and staring longingly into their eyes, you know? Yeah. And that might be a stereotype, but I would say it stands true in some places. So, speaking of love, have you ever been love bombed?
Oh, so, hey, how are you? Good morning! Good morning! Hey. Okay, speaking of love bombing, that's a fucking red flag. I have a couple red flags to read off for you guys today that, in my opinion, you should stay away from. My first one is if they're disrespectful to their mothers. This is a no-brainer, but also if you have the audacity to be rude to your mother, who else are you gonna be rude to? Like, I don't mean like if your mother is good to you and you treat them like shit.
Yeah.
Ew.
I think treating anyone like shit is fucked up. It's easier to when the relationship isn't super healthy.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between giving attitude and being cold and being a terrible person.
100% circumstantial.
Right?
Like, you're gonna be able to read it through. Like,
right?
If you know their situation and you know why, then yes. But if their mother is putting in the effort, they're being a good person, and you're being a dick, run. My next one is if they like anime. Never had good experiences, kind of a red flag, kind of fucking weird, kind of fucking weird. A lot of animes are kind of fucking weird. Alright, so...
That one's really funny because I actually do think about this often. I had a time in my life where I tried to get into anime because it was just everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it was like you watched anime. So I watched Promised Neverland.
Okay, wait, hold on. That one's good.
That one's pretty good.
That one's good.
Right, I watched the ones that I thought I would like. I tried to watch Demon Slayer, was like, this is a little weird.
It definitely is.
I definitely wasn't the weirdest I could have watched. I think I maybe watched 3.
Yeah.
Because they were like they were like Studio Ghibli. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I like Studio Ghibli, but anything else outside of that, I will not touch.
I do feel like there's a very weird vibe that comes with
Yeah.
It definitely, I felt that way for a long time, and I'm not gonna go out there and be like, you watch anime, you're fucking weird.
Exactly.
It's just like a thought that I have. I'm like, I do find it fascinating. I find anime, I find like not hardcore, but like I find like.
No, I get it. Some animes are really fucking weird, but it's okay. You watch what you want to watch.
Absolutely. I'm just glad that you wrote that, because
The chronic poor me attitude. Poor me this, poor me that. But what about me in this situation? Let's say hypothetically, something that I've experienced. I want to go hang out with my friends. But I'm sad and I'm sick. Will you please... Shut the fuck up. Grow up. Yeah. The chronic poor me attitude. Next up, let me see.
I can talk about that one.
Yeah, please.
I don't really have any relationship experience with that perspective. I don't even know where I was going with that. I just liked it. I was like, yes, this is good.
Yes.
Did you give a relationship example? Oh yeah, the friends thing. Oh, that's what I was gonna talk about. Okay, if there are any young people watching this, which I don't think there would be,
Ava.
if you are considering getting into a relationship and you are between the ages of 12 and 15,
Del.
I urge you to go into it with an immense amount of inquisitiveness and caution. I'm not saying love is not worth it. I'm not saying being in a relationship is not worth it. But when you were that young, like Coral said, like I said, you just don't have... And I hate to be that person. I resented those adults in my life that were like, you just don't understand. You just won't get it. You don't know me. You're right. I don't know you. And if this doesn't relate to you, then good. If it does, and maybe you're feeling like you're getting into a relationship because it's a trend or because your friends are.
You want to feel secure
Right.
within someone else, something safe.
Getting into a relationship, especially at a young age like that, is more than likely not going to be the best situation for you.
Yeah.
And you're not going to find your soulmate, more than not. I'm not saying you won't. It is difficult, and relationships are a big deal, and they take a lot of energy and time and emotional effort that a 13-year-old should not have to put into someone else. You're still learning, you're still finding yourself, you're still growing and learning. You should be thinking about math. I fucking didn't.
Nope.
I wasn't doing what I was supposed to in junior high. I turned out fine.
But relationships are not an aesthetic.
They're not,
It's
and they're
not
not a
something
necessity either.
And it's not something that you can just nitpick to make perfect. That person is another person as well. You have to understand that things are just, especially going in it at a young age, and even at any age, you have to understand that you are you, they are you. It's not a fucking cork board, Pinterest board that you can curate. Like, it's super easy to kind of get into that
Romanticize.
mindset. Exactly. And you can, but it wouldn't be right. Another thing with relationships is setting that boundary when things don't work out. Don't stick it out because it's safe and
Or
because
it's
you feel
comfortable, yeah.
Exactly, because you feel comfortable. Take that leap, because ultimately it'll make you a better person. Every single relationship will help you in the end.
If you let it.
Exactly. We're all a mixing bowl of who we've met. Take what you want, and if that person does not work out for you, let this be a sign to get out. It's okay. And you're gonna be okay.
Coral has experienced
2 relationships.
relationships that I have not, and so I'm gonna let her kind of be the spokesperson for today, because I can be inquisitive and I can be observant and I can be like, I kind of understand this, but I don't understand it to its fullest extent. I have not had a real relationship ever, so I have my
But I will admit, even though she doesn't have experience, she has a good grasp. So
Right.
that's what matters.
Thank you. I can romanticize the shit out of people and have for a very long time. In my youth, when I was I was on the prowl, for a more fucking relationship. It was really fucking easy for me to look at someone and only see what I wanted, only see the good in them, only see what could be, and then in turn was treated poorly or was manipulated or was led on or I was just in this like blinded perspective. I wasn't even pursuing anything. I was just like taken up. I was just soaked up by this person. When someone shows you who they are, believe it.
Yeah.
Every action someone does, everything someone says is who they are. That's who they're choosing to present. That's what they're showing you. Nothing else. That's what that is.
It's super easy to put the love glasses on and to be blinded by everything, but it's important to stay mindful early on, see their habits, and see just kind of, I hate to like micromanage love.
Maybe microanalyze?
Microanalyze. Yeah, I like that a lot more.
Yeah. And Coral's right. I think I have a tendency to microanalyze everything a little bit too much, and it is definitely not the healthiest perspective to have at all times. But when you're young,
We're also 19.
right?
Like,
When you're younger than 19, and when you're thinking about getting into a relationship, or even when you have just like a tingle that maybe this isn't like the perfect situation for you, it is definitely healthy to be inquisitive and to
trust your tingle.
trust your tingle.
Next red flag. When they dismiss horoscope, like, stuff, like zodiac signs.
But in a dick way.
Yeah, as bullshit. Like,
Okay.
oh, am I a Taurus? Do you fucking hate me? Yeah, actually, you're kind of correct. I do fucking hate you because you're a Taurus. Just kidding, shout out to my Tauruses.
I am in full support of whatever you want to do with your life and whatever you want to believe. I also believe in astrology.
Sorry. The stars.
Call me woohoo star girl, but I am also a very analytical, cautious person when it comes to what I believe. In my experience, and maybe it is delusion and blind faith that I'm not a religious person, so maybe I'm putting it into the stars, You have Christianity, I have astrology. We all have our own vices. It's uncanny.
To hate on the stars?
Well, no, it's just what I've seen. The way that I've seen attributes line up with humans, and I was right, or you are an Aquarius and you are acting exactly like an Aquarius, or every single guy I've ever been into was an Aries, and I have an Aries moon. Like, it's not, to me, it's not a coincidence. And you can use the argument that when you get your horoscope read or your zodiac thing read, that it's a generalization, it can relate to everyone. That's people's arguments on the internet. I don't really believe in horoscopes. Like, I don't believe you're gonna read your destiny in the newspaper. I think that's a generalization.
Yeah. I don't like you're a Taurus, so you're gonna like this, and this. No, it's just like it's simply an observation.
Yeah.
Like, you have those tendencies, and then your fucking chart aligns.
Okay, I think about this often. Actually, I was going to tell you about this last night. This boosts my ego. I was talking to my cousin Lena. I was talking to her about zodiacs or astrology a couple days ago, and I was like, my rising is Taurus. If you were to see me, would you perceive me as grounded? I wasn't even done with my sentence, and she immediately, yes, absolutely yes. And I was like,
Oh, okay.
I was so flattered, and I was like, I would say most people view me that way, and I have a Pisces on the inside and Aries on the inside. I don't feel grounded or reserved. I don't feel collected, but people perceive me that way, and I choose to give out that vibe. It just is. Like, it's not, I'm not forming myself to the ideology of a Taurus or an Aries. That is just how I feel. That's literally how I am as a person. I don't feel like that's placebo. It just doesn't feel fake to me. It just
I agree.
is intrinsically how I feel. And it just happens to be similar to those signs. So,
And what about it? My son is a Gemini. Please don't hate me in the comments. I also hate that. The fact that when you tell people your sign and they're like, oh, because Geminis get so much fucking hate. Okay, give us a chance. We're actually awesome as people, first off. Okay, two-faced. You all could be two-faced. every single one of you could be two-faced. So it does not depend on my sign.
I think every single person has fake tendencies. I think every single person has a facade that they put up for the world.
Yeah.
I think Geminis are just really great at peopling.
You say we're worldly?
Worldly, yeah. Yeah, I would say, I was talking about, I'm a Pisces and Coral's Gemini. I think we're pretty similar, but in different ways. So I think I'd say I'm more like spiritually people-y. Coral is really great worldly. She's super good at communicating and seeing people like worldly, like their characteristics and how they talk and their humor and their like way of being. I don't really see that in humans. I'm more like looking at your soul a little bit, which has its advantages and disadvantages.
That's why we just make sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, be careful when you walk past us, because we're probably just looking at your soul and looking at you.
Moral of the story, I'm not gonna hit on you if you don't believe in it. Please don't call me crazy.
Yeah. Also, if anybody's like really good at reading signs, let us know what you see within us and write like a little paragraph.
Oh my god, yes, that's so...
I just want to get mine analyzed, and I want a breakdown, because you know in CoStar how it shows you like the lines? I just want a breakdown of that whole thing.
I would love that. Because if you're like deep into it, I'm not that... Don't come for me because I'm not super knowledgeable about it. I have like the basic knowledge. There are some signs that are like, what's your perfect job? Like, where would you work best? Where should you live? Where's your life path? I would love to. Yeah. Not that I say it would be definitive, but I do feel like that'd be cool to hear. Okay, my second word of the day is communication. One thing that I learned within my research of said word is that there is a category that we can put communication into. This is just one. I'm assuming. I don't think this is like the catch-all for communication in definitive terms, but one way we can categorize them is high context and low context. So in countries like Asian countries, like Japan, China, Arab, indigenous groups, they rely on high context communication, meaning the way that they communicate or show love in a way is through less direct communication, less verbal communication, more indirect communication. So they rely on context to lead their communication ways. So they do it through acts of service or like community driven, just like service than they do like sitting down and being like, I love you. Not that that's like, I don't know. I do feel like verbal communication and saying I love you to your kids is important. Yeah. I'm not generalizing. So like body language means a lot too. Tones and like relationship context matters too. For example, like if I'm your dad, I'm just going to assume you know I love you and I have these feelings for you and this is how our relationship is without me having to explicitly say it.
Okay.
And the opposite of high context would be low context. So Germany, USA, some European countries, I would say not all, are high context, meaning we use a lot of communication, we use a lot of verbal communication, probably physical contact maybe to clearly show what we're trying to say. And you can see that in Americans. I feel like the stereotype that's probably true that I see across the internet is that Americans are very direct. I hear and see that all the time.
Yeah.
On the internet, you guys are so direct. You're always honest. You're so, like, out there.
What else are we gonna be?
I would rather be... And I know sometimes it comes off as rude or we can be arrogant or we can be, like, ignorant to societal norms or what's respectful in some cultures. And I do see that. And I do feel like it's important to be respectful and aware. But I also do feel like there is some good in being direct and honest.
I agree.
And
we gotta have that balance.
So this other thing that I'm reading is eye contact is shared differently across certain cultures, which I do understand and I have seen that.
Yeah.
I feel like eye contact is a very vulnerable, intimate thing. So in like the US and much of Europe and some other European areas, eye contact is seen as respectful and polite. Like here we make eye contact when we smile. Like I worked in customer service, you look at someone in the eyes and you smile, that's what you do. Like if I was to not make eye contact with the person I was serving, it would be rude.
Yeah, and it's almost like you're disconnected here. Like in America, we look at each other to make sure that we are seen and we feel heard and we have just like that intuitive
I see you, kind of like that Avatar thing.
Exactly.
And in some like Asian, African cultures, they supposedly, I don't know, I have not gone myself, do not make eye contact as much, apparently avoiding eye contact to elders or superiors is a sign of respect. I do understand that perspective. We don't really have that hierarchy here.
We definitely have the respect your elders, but
I don't think we do.
really?
No.
I guess it depends on. America is just so different in so many different ways. Like, everybody here is different. Because with me, I did have that. Like, growing up, we always showed respect to
Coral's
elders.
father and his entire family is Indian.
Shit, that's right. I'm actually half Indian. So, take back whatever I just said.
So you're right.
Yeah.
There are Americans and American citizens who do have that. If you are white and you're an American, I don't feel like it's instilled in us as deeply as it would be in any other culture to respect your elders. That has never been a thing. I mean, yeah, you respect everybody. You respect your grandma. She's awesome. But it's not like an integral part of our community. It's not a religious perspective. It's not, I mean, it might be like in Christianity, like respect your grandparents. It's not like it is in Buddhism. It's not like it is in Taoism. It's not like it is in Confucianism. Like, that's an integral part of those beliefs. We don't have that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's given. It's a given. It's like you respect your grandma, but you probably had that communicated more to you when you were a kid.
100%. It was definitely more like, kind of like that hierarchy. They are at the top. And honestly, like, when my grandparents were around, like, my heart just became softer. Like, instinctually, I was just like, what can I do for you? How can I help you? Because I grew up that way. It was, how can I help my grandma? How can I help my grandpa? How can I help this person? Because that's just how I grew up.
Yeah, and Americans are very individualistic compared to other countries. I feel like we have also like a lack of like culture, I guess you could say, and so we don't really have like a book on how to run. We definitely prioritize ourselves more than we prioritize others, which isn't, I wouldn't say, a good thing. I do feel like there's some value in that we lead the world. No, we don't. We don't. People like to think we lead the world economically and innovatively. I don't think we do. I think other places do that better than us.
Yeah.
But we have had some success in being individualistic, but I do feel like in turn you lose community and you lose connection and you lose respect for those around you.
I feel like definitely with community, I feel like everybody outside of America is so like, and obviously I don't know this, but in like, I don't even know. Like, just in other places, they have more of a sense of, like, a tight-knit community, and they work well with each other. And I feel like here, we're all just strangers. Like, we walk across the street, and it's hard to get a smile from somebody else.
Well, Coral and I, oh my god, we went to the library last night, and this lady walks in carrying a bunch of shit. Doesn't matter. That's not part of the story. But she smiles at us and goes, I wonder what she say.
She was like, good evening.
So friendly, so open, and it caught me off guard. I looked at Coral and I was like, what the fuck?
Was she talking to us? Are you sure? She was.
And it's so weird that is just like not a normal thing. No. At least in America, that's not a normal thing. It's weird that politeness and hospitality is seen as a weird thing nowadays. Yeah. Anyways, so not to be controversial, but I don't know if I agree with the end all be all respect your elders regardless. Those who are older than us tend to know more than us. I don't think they always do. They're not always the best person, or they're not always the best role model, 100%. And I do feel like respect is earned. And so my only issue with that is the way that I've seen that ideology is you are discrediting the youth and you are blindly respecting the elders.
It can create some, like, animosity, especially if that elder is not very nice.
Yeah.
If that elder is super disrespectful and super just, like, in their own ways, but you are expected to treat them with respect, it definitely does. Like,
because then bad behavior is excused.
Exactly. It's just, but they're an elder, so it's fine. And it's just like, okay, well, that's not fair.
Right?
You know?
And I do feel like respect should be earned between all ages, and that perspective should be respected. I don't feel like it's fair to belittle me because you have to earn my respect.
Exactly.
Some might see that as entitlement. I don't know. I feel like that's self-respect,
I agree.
personally. I also don't have any other culture than American. So I cannot speak for Coral or Asians or indigenous people. I'm just an American. Literally just an American.
We're gonna get back into some red flags again. Next up on my list is perpetual instability. When we didn't just talk about this. When a man flips through a lot of things, like they cycle through friends and friendships and jobs and if you can in this economy, for example, apartments, like just really cycle through a lot without like some type of internal thought, you know, without any like internal reflection. That's the word I was trying to look for. I just think I don't know. I am all about change. I am all about getting up and doing something if it feels right to you circumstantially. But if you're doing it in a low-key toxic way, like especially with friendships and friend groups,
Like you can't commit?
yeah, exactly. It's the lack of commitment. It's just a lack of lot of things that I would personally see, and it's something that I would not want in a partner. It's alarming that they just kind of go through and through and through and through without thought. Because what if you're the problem, huh? What if I ever thought about that?
You usually are. If you're paneling through that many different mediums and people and jobs, I think maybe it's you.
Yeah. My next one is when they're disrespectful to service workers, especially coming from a service worker. I have had many interactions with just couples in general, and their boyfriends are mean to me, their girlfriends are mean to me, and I can just see the other side and how they're reacting to things. And I will never tolerate it. As somebody that has been in this industry for a little bit, I cannot tolerate my partner disrespecting that other person, because they are just as human. They are doing their job. They're barely making it, especially now, and you have the audacity to disrespect them. I will not be someone like that.
Right.
Like, that is just not okay at all.
The entitlement that comes with going to a restaurant or going to anywhere that has human service is crazy.
Yeah.
You can tell who's worked in a service industry of any kind or who hasn't based on how they treat someone who's in the service industry. It's crazy the way you walk into a restaurant or you walk into, I'm thinking of like a hockey arena when you're going to a hockey game, I don't know why. And you look at someone and you think they're here to serve me and me only, and that's all they are. They're not human. They're
Onyx.
Good girl.
It's okay.
I hate it here. Why am I not in the cabin anymore? I really think that's how she feels.
Yeah, probably.
They're here for me. They don't have feelings. They are reduced to this job. No more humanity is left. They are a robot to surly serve me and give me my beer. Wrong, first of all. I have feelings. I'm tired. I hate this job. If you smiled at me or if you approached me with a modulum of understanding or humanity, I might actually like my job a little better.
Yep.
The only time I liked my job was when I had a good human interaction. And that says a lot, in my opinion.
That should be the bare minimum.
The only good thing about my job was my coworkers, my free coffee, and when I had a good interaction. I love humans. Humans love humans. We like talking to each other. We like connecting. We have other humans on this planet because we need other humans.
Exactly.
Like, that's it. And when I would talk to someone, or they'd be like, how are you actually doing? Or they'd tell me about their life.
Yeah.
I mean, you can yap, and I might be like, but honestly, I like that. Take me out of my job for a second. Tell me about your life. Great, you're having your fucking kids' hockey tournament here from North Dakota? That's super cool. I played hockey in North Dakota. Like, that's how simple it is. Like, be a human. See the humanity in someone. Serving you your beer or getting you your breakfast. We are
Everyone's a
not
friend.
robots. We're friends. We're humans. You do your job. I do my job. Let's take ourselves off this fucking pedestal.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, Karen.
It just makes life easier.
I don't give a fuck. What is blended? Can I get a blended hot coffee?
Can I please get...
What does blended mean?
Can I please get...
Blended together? Are you mixing the ingredients in?
I would help you mix it. I'm gonna fucking fuck you up, bitch.
Aprons off. Out back now.
Clock out, clock you, clock back in, so I don't get in trouble.
That's so good.
When they play Madden, and they replace When they replace Madden, and they think that it's good enough. Okay, listen to me. If you play football, get the fuck out there and play football.
Oh.
Don't rely on fucking Madden to teach you something here and there. Listen. Yeah. Whatever.
Crazy.
Get outside and run a route. If you can't even run a route, why are you playing football? And you think you can run a route on Madden and you get mad at Madden? Get a grip.
Skill issue.
God, I can Sorry. Is that personal? No.
Yeah, it's definitely not a niche feeling at all.
Not personal.
Would you say that's the equivalent to hockey men playing NHL
No.
on the Xbox?
No. Because hockey people cannot do any wrong.
Oh my god, yes they can.
I'm joking. If
Hockey men have this air, this aura of entitlement and egocentrism that I eat up, apparently. It's the Aries in me. I smell it out. I'm like, oh, you think really highly of yourself. I'm just following the fucking scent of ego!
So, if you play any sports and you play sports video games, just don't even come near us. Thank you. I'm gonna do one more, and then we'll go into the game that I created. Let me play a good one. Oh, if they don't have their license at the ripe age of now, and you don't have your license, consider yourself fucking chucked off the roof.
Blocked.
Because I'm gonna be this is not personal, by the way. I have no experience throughout this. If I'm the one that has to drive you everywhere and you're almost 20 fucking years old, I'm 20 fucking years old, get a grip, get a car, get a job, go get your license, stop relying on your mommy.
Yeah.
Also, if you rely on your mommy for everything, get the fuck out. Because if you can rely on your mommy for everything, are you gonna rely on me on everything when we get older?
Yeah, and then your girlfriend's going to enable you, and you're not gonna have any life skills, and you're gonna be a terrible, great match.
God. And if you're taking this personally, maybe you gotta look internally. So
If you do feel attacked or feel like, oh, fuck you, maybe, yeah, you're right. You should be like,
I feel like we're saying some pretty bad stuff. Okay, listen, the Madden thing, that was a little
Madden is a
personal.
generalization.
Madden.
The hockey boy was not.
If you play Madden, you're cool, whatever, but if you rely
On
on...
X!
Okay, I have a little game. It's gonna be called Red Flags or Nah. Okay, I only have a couple of questions, but... So, I'm gonna tell you a statement about a red flag, and then you have to say if it's just a simple mistake, or like, it's fine, or if it's genuinely a red flag, okay? Okay, is forgetting your birthday once a mistake or a red flag?
Okay, so, how long have you been together?
Let's say for a while. Like, 6 months to a year. A long time. Actually, yeah.
Okay, so the only reason I feel impartial to this is because I often forget birthdays. But
if you're my partner and I'm around you all the time and you have the audacity, like, let's say my birthday rolls around and it's the day of my birthday, and then in the end you like...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, you don't...
Because I've never done that.
I'm like... personal experiences, it kind of fucking sucks. Anyways, next one. Is it a red flag if they love dogs?
Wait, I didn't answer.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I would say, in your circumstance, yes. I would say even mine's a little bit of a red flag. I've never gone close enough to, like, forget the day of. I always figure it out, like, within a long time. But I do feel like a partner of a while on your birthday forgetting is a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why are you forgetting my birthday?
Yeah.
Sorry. That's something that I really hold value to.
June 4th?
May 16th, the May 32nd?
Yeah. I can't believe you got that.
Okay. This one's kind of like a no-brainer, but is it a red flag if they say they love dogs and animals, but they say they will never get a cat?
Yeah.
So why the fuck aren't you getting a cat?
Yeah.
People who hate cats, I just can't agree with.
I understand, like, I understand if you haven't experienced a cat or if you haven't had the best experiences with cats, because my cats are great, but they're not, like, I'm sorry, my cats are not, like, amazing. They've been mean, they've been moody, like, they're not a cat you think about for the rest of your life. They're not, like, my cousin Elena has a roommate cat, and it's named Peaches, and it looks like Sage. It's like fuzzy ragdoll, orange and white, softest thing ever, so fucking kind, and I'm like, why isn't my cat like this? I'm sorry. I don't have the most amazing cats, so I can understand not having very fond feelings of cats, but also don't feel like it's fair to discriminate on anything.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea. Also, my biggest issue with people not liking cats and liking dogs
I was like, where is it?
Right? Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Is like the weird complex people have around dogs. I wouldn't say I'm a dog person because I hate the authoritativeness that I have to have. I don't want to be your fucking dictator. I don't, and you kind of have to be. And I'm not trying to like dictator in like a terrible way. You have to direct them. You have to be in charge. You have to like, you are their leader in a way, and I am just not really a huge fan of that.
Yeah.
I don't get a rush out of telling a dog what to do. I don't get a rush out of being in charge. I like cats because they're like my roommate. They're a companion. They're a friend. I don't have to micromanage them. I'm not in charge of them. They just exist. And people,
they're another friend.
right? And people who don't like cats and like dogs, I see maybe you have some control issues and you like being in charge and you like controlling things, and cats can't be controlled. So I feel that's kind of like a,
Look internally.
why don't you like cats?
Yeah.
But you love dogs.
Let's talk about
Because cats won't be your bitch. Get a pair. Are you fucking serious?
Exactly. They'll bitch you if you're being a bitch.
I don't know. And not everyone who doesn't like cats is in that boat, but if there are a few,
Yeah.
and that's a red flag, in my opinion.
I agree. I have two more, but I don't know. He owns a snake, and he says it matches
These
his
are
vibe.
niche. What?
Like, he owns a snake, and he's like, first date, well, let's say, like, it's a fourth date, and you guys are getting along, you're going over to his apartment, he has a snake. And he goes, I don't know, just, like, I have a snake, it, like, really just matches my vibe, you know? How do you feel?
Okay, so I've recently been on. So every day, all the time, multiple times a day, I have these little self-discovery journeys on like many different paths. One that I've been thinking of recently is I actually think I really like snakes.
Yeah.
And I think about it tiny bits, you know. I think they get a bad rep. I think they can either be a symbol of wisdom and like guidance, or they can be, you know, like from Christianity naturally. Evil, bad omen, deceptive.
Yeah.
And so I genuinely feel like I align more with the clever, wise, like leader, not leader, but like guideness of a snake, which is funny you asked that because I've actually been on a snake discovery journey. I wouldn't say it's my spirit animal, but I do respect snakes, and I like that. I resonate with that representation of them.
Yeah.
So I think I would have to see the dude. I'd have to see.
Yeah, that's valid.
I'd have to see if it's out of a respect for the animal and the good side of them, or if it's like a subconscious.
An aesthetic, like,
Right?
Snakes are mean.
Like a skull tattoo on your arm.
Like a Western vibe. One more. I mean, two more, but the other one's kind
What
of.
the fuck?
What the fuck? He doesn't believe in therapy, but
What the fuck?
but expects you to listen to all his problems.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
See, that's
Absolutely,
a fucking red
that's a red flag. Absolutely.
I thought that one was so good. Thanks, Steve. He came up with that. What do you mean you don't believe in therapy? That's a red flag for me. Like, another segue. If a man doesn't believe in therapy,
I do.
Unless you have it figured out. Like, unless you, know, I'm like, okay, you're good.
I do think it's fair to take into account like therapy trauma. Like, some people have had terrible experiences with therapists.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a fair fear, but I do feel like you need to get up and try again. There is the right therapist out there for you, and don't trauma dump your friends. Don't treat your friends or your children as therapists.
Emphasis on the children.
Yeah.
Another funny kind of one that I have is it a red flag if he claps when the plane lands?
No.
I think that's so funny. Where was I going? I think it was to California. I clapped. I got up, stood up, and
Did you
clapped.
really?
First
With
time
everyone
ever
else?
being on first time ever being on an airplane. I was with my grandma and Ava, and I was like, you know what? Unlatched it, stood up, and clapped.
Were you the only one?
Yeah, I was the only one.
No
That
way.
clapped. The clapped? Yeah. There was like a couple people that were like, But they were all so fucking weird. Yeah. I was the first one that got up and clapped. And then when we went to Florida, Braxton and I, there were some people that clapped. It was the funniest thing. They were all like, wow! I was like, wow, this is hype! I'm not a usual clap goer.
No, I'm not
but
judging you. I'm just like shocked you like
genuinely committed.
did that. Yeah, okay. No, I don't feel like it's a red flag. I feel like it's funny and it's cute. It's like we're just humans. People make fun of Americans for doing that, but we're just humans who appreciate living and the pilot. And it's like,
I think it pays respect to the pilot too.
It might be cringy, but it's like we're happy and we're a community and we're in this
Yeah.
together and I'm
We survive together.
right, because it's just like there is no wrong in doing that.
Yeah.
There is none. You're just spreading love and community and happiness.
Exactly.
As cringy as it might be to some, I don't think it's bad. I think maybe I have like sat and clapped maybe.
Yeah.
I've been on a fuck ton of airplanes. Majority of the time people don't clap.
Yeah.
So
What about it?
I've rarely been in a clapping airplane. I don't think I've ever been in a clapping airplane actually.
Yeah. The one in Florida, I think I was surrounded by a bunch of Disney adults, so that...
Oh, yeah.
Go to Disney World if you can, though.
Didn't what?
That was the best experience Epcot.
I've never been to. My name's.
My name's Epcot. I was born in the Chinese part of Epcot Center.
My favorite food is gum.
Favorite food is gum! Oh my god, we should film that look at Epcot. Epcot.
I want to go drink around Epcot. I want to drink around Harry Potter World. I want to drink around Disney.
It is so fun.
I literally had the urge to punch you in the face. That's crazy. I was. Do you see me taking the mic out of my hand? Oh. I'm supportive of Coral's exploratories. I'm just resentful. And that's it.
Her time will come, don't you worry. Don't you worry. When we go to Disney World.
When y'all blow this shit up!
We have 15 minutes till we gotta get out of here. We got, press conference. We got vote.
Interviews,
We got,
yeah.
We got the lie detector. We gotta meet David Cornswell.
We have to meet David Cornsweat.
Yeah, I'm so
We have to be on the Kick Your
stressed
Feet Up podcast. We have to
Yeah.
talk to Basement Yard.
out. Gotta go.
I have to shake
Brady
Killian
Broski.
Murphy's hand.
Yeah.
We do have to see Brady Broski. Oh my god, I forgot
I
about that.
know, I'm so excited. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next. What the fuck?
Forts. What the fuck?
What
What the fuck?
the fuck? Okay.
What the fuck?
We have